Hello everybody, welcome to OCHD and welcome to another Kotodaman video. Today we are talking about the the new Prince of Tennis collab that's currently going on as part of the anniversary celebration. Mission 1, we're talking about the bingo today. Mission 1 is to clear the intermediate, advanced or daily version of the Prince Ludwig Chardard stage 3 times. I've read and watched Prince of Tennis. I'm actually currently watching the new Prince of Tennis because when I saw the event coming out, I was like, yeah, I'm gonna watch it because I never really watched all of it. It only just started when I watched it last, so it's like ages ago. So there's loads I don't know about, including this guy, which is why I don't know how to pronounce his name. But you would have seen at the start I was showing you how to access the intermediate and advanced stages, and you should still go and do those because clearing those will give you some gemmies. But obviously the daily stage, that one gives way more luck. So that is obviously your big getter for trying to max out his luck, which is something we're going to need to do later. But yes, absolutely, you can do the other stages too. And I mean, if you want to clear the missions quickly, that's the only way to do it, because you've got to do it 3 times, not just 1. You do have to clear the stage to be clear, but it is easy. It's not one of the harder stages, but there are some later that you just have to challenge, and we'll talk about those when we get to those, I suppose. Mission 2, clear the new Prince of Tennis story event, stage 1, Raw. There is another story event that's like a collab thing, not that one, this one. Now, there are actually a lot of different words it can ask you to spell out here, but it does them in order. And you only have to get the first one right to clear. So I've only explained how to do the first one in this video, because that's all you need. But if you got this one wrong, it'll give you another one, and another one, and another one. And you could just brute force this stage. You don't have to get the words right if you can't be bothered. But in this case, we're spelling out the word Star Bible. I guess it's technically 2 words. Which is related to one of the characters on screen right now, and each word is related to one of the characters on the screen as you go through. And eventually I think it just starts asking you their names. It's like, you must know something about this. But yes, very, very straightforward. You just spell out the words, you get a 7 combo, you are done. Weirdly, there is a mission for this stage that's integrated into the dailies, I believe. So you can actually get additional gems for going back and clearing those stages again, but it's like there's no other point to clear the stage other than that mission. I don't know if that was an oversight and that's something they're going to fix later, or if that's just the way it is. But, I mean, no point to miss out on the gems, right? No point to miss out. Next up is my favourite part, which is the quiz quest. This one, you might notice this video is going out earlier than I normally put them out with these events, because I actually had some time off this week. So this, I actually did manually. At this point, somebody has already released, the guy I normally watch the videos of that does these quizzes has already released their video. And, you know, I could have just got the answers off of them. But no, I did it manually. I got all the answers manually, which proves more troublesome than I thought, because I was like, I know Prince of Tennis, so this would be easy. But some of the subtleties of how you spell some of these words, especially because if it's anything that's in katakana, there might be like a hiragana equivalent that's pretty easy to transition between. But if it's something that's written in kanji, sometimes it's hard to find the actual pronunciation and the way that it would be spelt in hiragana elsewhere. Not always. I mean, you can look it up, but sometimes it'll give you different answers. There's one, I think, one of the questions, it was like horseback tennis is one of the answers. You'll see it later. Horseback tennis is not a thing as far as I'm aware. So I had to find the word on horseback, how you would spell that in hiragana. And I was getting completely different answers to what was the actual answer in the end. So it proved quite troublesome. But we did it. We did do it. As always with these quizzes, you have to remember, you only need to get 2 right. There is no benefit to getting more than 2 right. I do it for the sake of the video. You can do it for the sake of bragging rights if you want to post it on Twitter or take a screenshot and post in Discord or make yourself feel better about yourself. I don't know. But you do not need to get more than 2. So don't stress if it's, you know, oh no, I missed one. Fine, just as long as you get 2, it's okay. And obviously some easier than others. Some of the ones where you've got to do like the little hiragana and the like all the different variants of the hiragana can be a little bit tricky. But look, I think like one of them is only like 4 hiragana. Actually, I think this is one of the first quizzes where there's only 1 4 hiragana word. Because normally you at least get 2. And obviously those are easy, but if they end up in the same section, it can be hard to tell the difference if you don't know what the question is asking. But yes, you only need to get 2, and that will not only clear the bingo, but that will also earn you a free summon, a free guaranteed Prince of Tennis summon. There is a 95% chance you get Sadaharu Inui, who is the 4-star unit. And that remaining 5%, you can get one of the 5-star gacha units. It will be guaranteed to be a gacha unit no matter what, but it's just most likely going to be that 4-star. I think in one of the other videos, was it Blue Lock? I did actually get a 5-star, so you know, it's not impossible. It could happen to you. And yeah, with these quiz quests, don't forget, it doesn't even matter what team you bring. It doesn't matter. Just get 2 questions right. That's it. That's all you got to do. Just get 2 questions right. But yeah, I'm pretty happy with this event, to be honest, because it is quite unique. Something we're not really going to talk about much in this video, so I might as well talk about it now. This is one of the first events where they've done an integrated gacha collaboration between Kotodaman and the Prince of Tennis. So not only is there going to be the Prince of Tennis gacha, which is on now, it has Prince of Tennis units in it, there is another one coming up, and that's going to have Prince of Tennis units that are like in a duo with Kotodaman units, and some like Kotodaman units that are like tennis themed or wearing the uniforms of the characters from the series, which is quite cool. Something a little bit different from them. First time they've ever done that. They have done like crossover units, but never as part of a gacha like that. They're very cool. And the unit that's like Echizen and one of the original units, Caesar, that is a special unit. So that is going to be like actually decent. Now this stage is obviously the key stage. You would have seen me getting the key from the inbox. You would have got that in your gift box just for starting the event. It's like the first day of the event. And you go and you clear this stage. Now, don't make the mistake that I made. You will see like a cut at a certain point where my units change. You have to do what I call lowercase. You have to do the smaller U here for Fuji Shusuke, which I knew. I assumed that because it had presented the hiragana to me, which is what it always does, I just need to put the hiragana in. But no, you do need to change it from the big U to the little U in order to spell out his name properly and clear the stage. So bear that in mind. Also bear in mind the fact that if you have trouble with those stages ever, you can just brute force them. You will clear it eventually. Not a big deal. And yeah, it's pretty easy. Now, here I am collecting the last mission I needed to max out Prince Ludwig Chardard. But, you know, you can just get copies from clearing the stages, but just don't forget the missions are there. They will help you. They're normally big chunks off of the amount of luck you need. So don't forget to go and collect those missions periodically so you don't over farm. Next up is the Inui Juice stage. This is one of those daily stages that gives you one of those like lucky charm items that gives your character like a additional boost. It's for your leader. So whichever leader you have in the slot when you start this stage, when you clear this stage, it will give you 3 options to equip to them. There are loads of different stages like this. They normally do one for, you know, whatever collab event is going on. but you can normally find them in like the daily events and stuff like that. Sometimes they do special ones for anniversaries, and some of those bonuses are quite nice. You can tell they have like the little notation next to them. It's like a small boost, medium boost, large. It's sort of like when you're drawing for luck. I can't remember what they call it, but that thing they have in the temples in Japan. You get that, is it omikuji or something like that? You pull the sticks and it's like, what luck do you get for the year? And that's what those little charm things are like. You get small, medium, large boost, whatever. And it'll tell you how good it is and you apply to your character. I don't normally pay much attention to those, but you can get some good ones. But it's not really important for the bingo, you just need to clear it. And you will have received the Inui Juice item from clearing all the missions before, I think specifically for the Inui Juice stage. Just go to the exchange and you trade that in, and you've clicked the next mission as well. Just like that. And straight on to mission 8. We're going super fast. Now, last 2 stages, thankfully no story mode stages, but we have 2 different daily stages you need to clear. And this is the first of the 2. Dankmar, Schneider, and Bertie, Borisovich, Volk. And, you know, that's not a glitch. That is entirely how it is intended to look. I know it looks stupid, but if you haven't watched Prince of Tennis, it is ridiculous. If you ever watched Kuroko no Basket and you're like, this is ridiculous, Prince of Tennis goes even further. Even way, way, way further. Truly a bizarre series, and like, it's hard to tell what parts of it are this is the character's perception, this is the way the character seems to be, and you know, kind of like that whole Demon Slayer, oh, are they actually using powers or are they just breathing and that's just like a visual representation or whatever, and what things are actually happening on the court. Because at a certain point, it's like, oh, like, you know, Otobe can make like these ice spikes appear on the court, and it's like, well, that's, you know, that's obviously a visual representation of his skill. But there are other things that have happened that are just, yeah, they did that, and that defied the laws of physics. So, yeah, the big guy is really big. He's not always really big, but when I think it'll show at the end, like, when he walks out to the court, the way people react. It might have been at the start of this stage, but it might be the end, I'm not sure. But it's absurd. I haven't got this far in the new Prince of Tennis. I haven't met him myself. But this is a very, very common occurrence in a series like this. Now you can see me fumbling my way through this stage. It's a relatively easy stage. You can see I take the balloon debuff there because it's not going to do enough damage to matter. Oh no, 2000, whatever. Just, you should be able to beat this stage relatively easily without worrying about the debuffs too much. Obviously, you don't want to give your opponent too many attack ups by failing to combo. But I think you'll see here that it didn't really matter. I probably could have optimized this a bit better. Maybe, I don't know if I could have done it in 1 turn or I don't know, but yeah, I think it showed at the start. It showed everyone's reaction to them walking out like, oh my god. But anyway, mission 9. Mission 9 is the Kazuya Tokugawa stage. Again, I haven't really seen much of him doing his stuff in the series yet. He has been introduced as far as I've watched. And he seems a bit cracked so far. And you can see he's using his special... It kind of reminds me of, like, you know, the hand in JoJo? And they're, like, cutting through time and space. Like, that's what it kind of looks like to me. But yes, the first time I tried to do this stage, I was missing out on a lot of these... You see the green character I've just put him at the start? The little yacht. If you have any little yacht or little ute, or, you know, something that you could put next to the key, because that's what it's trying to set you up to do here. I didn't actually have a lot of units available that were like collab units for that, which was unfortunate. So I have put a couple of originals in here, or like units that maybe didn't fit so well, just so that I could try and fit that quota. Because the first time I did this stage, I didn't have any of them, and it just took way longer than it needed to. So basically, if you can hit combos, what you also want is maybe a handful of AoE units. Because that little ball thing on the sides, that is not hard to kill. So any like little bit of AoE damage is going to deal with that quite nicely. So I've got a few AoE units in my team. And then just having a few Yus and Yos and Yas and stuff like that. Which, if you don't know Hiragana, that sounds like nonsense. But you must know at least a little bit if you're watching this video. Any of the little Yu, Yo, Ya, something like that, to put next to the Ki, because you can see it keeps giving us Ki and U, and there's a space in the middle. That's what you want. Preferably someone that reduces attack down or resists freeze or whatever. And this is the new unit from this anniversary, which just so happened to fit in. So I thought, sod it, let's give them a run out. They don't do damage. To be clear, their ultimate attack is like a buff heal thing, so you're relying on everyone else to do damage, but it's still like it's not too bad. This stage didn't take long. I don't think it's particularly difficult. The harder stages aren't out yet. Now I don't really know what's happening with the harder stages because there's no part 2 bingo. I don't think there's going to be a part 2 bingo. Or if there is, it's all split up. I don't know. I think we're going to get the anniversary part 2 bingo starting around the 7th, I think it is. So you don't actually have that long to do this part 1 bingo. So make sure you do it. And then the part 2, which will not, I don't think will be Prince of Tennis part 2. I think it will be the 7th anniversary part 2. Which makes more sense, I believe. And that'll probably be another 5,000 gemma. Because this one's only 1,000, but the anniversary part 1 was 5,000. I think the anniversary part 2 will be 5,000. And I think we'll most likely get another collab on the back end of the anniversary that will give another 1,000, like just as the anniversary is closing out. So we've got some gems to come. I do have enough to summon on Prince of Tennis, and I absolutely will. You will get a video for that soon. But yeah, for this event, it's a bit tough because there's technically 2 gacha. There's technically the Prince of Tennis stuff, and then there's the Prince of Tennis collab with Kotodaman stuff. And I'm not sure. 15k is not enough to guarantee the special Ryoma, and now there's a special Ryoma and Caesar dual unit. I don't really have enough gems, but that's not to say that I won't have enough gems later. We'll see. I have 15k though, which is enough to at least do the video to get us started, and we'll see where we go from there. But that is the bingo board complete, so that is 1,000 gems, which is very, very nice. And after this, I will also show my Prince of Tennis summon, because you get a free Prince of Tennis summon. Why not do it? And this is one of those rare cases because there is no second bingo board. We just stare at this screen and we see the nice little Ryoma stamp thing that looks kind of cool. And then we do a summon. I got another free summon in there, but it was just for like some random unit. I can't even remember what I got that for. But there's a lot of time limited gems during this anniversary that last pretty much until the end of the anniversary event. So spending on the collab is not necessarily a bad idea. And we got Inui, of course. So that's going to do it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you all when I do the summons.